So the entire purpose of these is to actually describe what the function notation is giving you and what it's asking you to find. Notice it says do not evaluate. So you're not going to tell me w equals some number. I'm going to explain what the problem's asking me to do. It's important that first I look and see what my two variables stand for. One stands for the total amount of money she has saved, and the other one, the W, is the number of weeks, which means they're either going to tell me how much money she has saved and ask me how many weeks she has been saving, or they're going to tell me how many weeks she has been saving, and they're going to ask me how much money she has saved. One or the other of those is what's going to happen. I just have to figure out what each one of these is. Now, I'm going to be typing these out and going reasonably quickly so that the video doesn't become horribly long and take up a bunch of memory. I'm also limited in how long the videos can be that I upload. You will need to pause the video at various times so that you can catch up with copying the answers. So, they tell me to find W. So if I'm supposed to find W, I'm supposed to find the number of weeks, which means they had to give me the other thing. So here's what this is saying, and I will say that I'm going to be writing these answers in a fairly cumbersome way, but it's a way that works for students a little bit more easily who struggle with this. There are certainly ways to shortcut this just a little bit and still get all of the important information in. So I'm just going to say they told me. So what did they tell me? And then, let me see if I can actually get this to work. And I'm wondering why it's not. There we go. So they told me, okay guys, I might have to give in and just write this. So I'm going to write it, which is going to take a little bit of time. They told me something, and they are asking something else. So they told me this. What's that $1,200 mean? Well, it's the total amount of money she saved. So they told me she has saved $1,200. Which means they're asking for the other variable. They are asking how many weeks she has been saving. And I'm still going to try to do the typing here in a minute, because otherwise this video is going to be very long. How many weeks she, has been saving. So they told me one of the things, and they're asking me the other one. That's all you're going to do on these answers. That's it. Now let's see if I can get this thing to actually work again. There we go. They told me, well, this is, they gave me the number inside the parentheses. Looking inside the parentheses is W, so they gave me the number of weeks. So they told me she has been saving for 52 weeks. Again, you'll need to pause the video so that you can catch up with the writing. They are asking, well, if they told me the one thing, they're asking the other thing, which means they're asking the total amount of money she has saved. So they are asking how much money she has saved. So what did they tell me? Make sure I use the number and the units. What are they asking? Now, this is a mistake. It should be h of 3.5. But one of my variables stands for the current altitude of the plane, and one stands for the number of minutes. Now, it doesn't say, but this altitude would be in feet. That doesn't really look like an F, but it's supposed to be. So the number they gave me here is inside the parentheses. The thing that is inside the parentheses is m, which means they told me that it's been descending, it says descending, for 3.5 minutes. So they told me the plane has been descending for 3.5 minutes. Again, pause as you need to catch up with copying, which means if they told me this, they're asking for this other thing. the current altitude. They are asking for the current altitude of the plane. Here they tell me to find m, so if they tell me to find m, they didn't give me m. If they didn't give me the number of minutes, it means they gave me the other variable, the current altitude of the plane. So, they told me, I don't like having this box there. The plane is at 18,000 feet. They are asking how long the plane has been descending. So if they told me the altitude, they're asking how long it's been descending. If they told me how long it's been descending, they're asking for the altitude. Find s, which means they did not give me s. They did not give me the number of seconds, which means what they gave me instead was the Hulk's distance from the statue. They told me the Hulk is, I really hate how that goes right above there and I can't see anything, 450 feet from the statue, and yes, this should be feet as well. They are asking how long the Hulk has been running. So how long has he been running towards the statue if he's only 450 feet away now? The number they gave me here is inside the parentheses. The thing that's inside the parentheses is s, so s is the number of seconds. They told me he has been running for 3 seconds. So they told me the Hulk has been running for 3 seconds, which means they're asking for the other variable. They are asking how far he is from the statue. And I know I made a mistake in there. It should be capitalized, the Hulk, and the Hulk. So, look at the two variables the way they're defined and realize that they gave you one of them and they're asking for the other one. Make sure that when you're writing your answer, you use both the number and the units that would go with that.